Welcome to another set of Vedic astrology series. Today we're going to talk about Jupiter transit. As we all know, Jupiter is moving from Mithuna Rashi to Vrishchika Rashi on 11th of October 2018. Jupiter is going to transit from the 7th house of Kalapurusha to the 8th house of Kalapurusha. Now, before we get into delineating a specific Rashi, the impact on a specific Rashi, a bit about what Jupiter is, a bit about what is the meaning of Gochara or transit, and a bit about Saturn's Karakatva as well. So who is Jupiter? Jupiter is the biggest planet in the cabinet ministry, right? It is said in one of the Sanskrit shlokas, Brahattanu Pingalamurti Jeksheno, Brahattanu Shreshtamurti Kavatmakaha. So Jupiter is someone who's noble in nature, who's got a very prosperous look, who's actually having honey-colored eyes and is also phlegmatic in nature, right? All planets, each of the Rashi has ownership. All the 9 planets own a particular Rashi, and Jupiter rules 2 Rashis, which is Dhanush Rashi and Meena Rashi, right? Both Dhanush Rashi and Meena Rashi is a dual signs, but Dhanush Rashi is actually a Rashi which is the 9th house of Kalapurusha, and Meena Rashi is the 12th house of Kalapurusha. The 9th house of Kalapurusha is the Bhagyasthana. It actually talks about religion, or rather I would say that it talks about the belief systems, right? So this Jupiter is a Jupiter who's highly religious in nature, who's highly principled in nature, who always wants to talk about rules, to follow rules, and who also preaches rules and regulations. He's not intolerant to anything who is not abiding by these rules and regulations, right? And what about, so that is the reason why, this guru is called as the Bhagyadipati, as 9th house is the Bhagyasthana, and he's also the Dharmadipati, because Dhanush is also something that signifies Dharma, right? Now, what about Meena Rashi? Meena Rashi is the 12th house of Kalapurusha, and it denotes moksha, right? That is the reason why Jupiter is also for moksha. He's called as the Mokshadipati. Now, Jupiter is a teacher, right? In fact, Jupiter is the Rig Veda Adipati as well. He owns all the knowledge that is there in the Rig Veda. I would say he owns all the wisdom that is there in the Rig Veda, right? Knowledge is something different, wisdom is something different, right? So Jupiter is a teacher, he's a preacher, he's a highly principled person, and this Jupiter always deserves a bigger platform, right? As far as the Karakas is concerned, he owns the Bhava Karakas are concerned, he owns the 2nd Bhava and also the Dhana Bhava, the Kutumba Bhava. Also the 5th Bhava is owned by Jupiter. He's the Santana Karaka and he's the Kutumba Karaka, he's the Dhana Karaka as well. Any place which is got cash flow involved is ruled by Jupiter, like banks, financial, wherever there is a exchange of money, banks and financial institutions is ruled by Jupiterian nature, right? So if your Jupiter is very strong, you're likely to be working in a bank or a financial institution, or in a money exchange area, foreign exchange area, or even you could also be doing very well in business. Added to it, if your Mercury is strong, then that's a double benefit, right? Now, which are the places where Jupiter is very strong in nature? Jupiter exalts in Karkataka Rashi, Cancer Rashi, and debilitates in Makara Rashi. What does it mean? Jupiter gains a lot of strength in all these tattvas that I was talking about, and he does not have that much of strength in Makara Rashi, right? And his tattva is phlegmatic in nature. As far as the body organs are concerned, Jupiter actually rules the liver. He also rules the fat cells, and also the lungs, the respiratory system. The complete respiratory system is ruled by Jupiter. So if Jupiter is weak, there's a possibility that these places can actually trigger some reaction, due to which you may fall sick. So now let's talk about the aspects. Every planet has an aspect. It's also called as drushti, like how I'm able to see something from here. That's called as the drushti. Every planet has a drushti from where it's sitting, right? Which means that this planet is able to bless that particular house with whatever karakatvas that it is having. So Jupiter as such aspects the 5th house from where it's posited, the 7th house from where it's posited, and the 9th house from where it's posited. So basically it is 5, 7 and 9. Especially Jupiter is a karaka of the 5th house, so which is for children, which is for Purva Punya Sthana. Aspect of Jupiter on the 5th house is highly recommended, highly beneficial, number 1. Number 2, in terms of the transit, right? Whenever Jupiter is transiting into your 2nd house, the 5th house, the 7th house, the 9th house, and the 11th house, it's supposed to be extremely beneficial, especially if your 9th lord is also aspecting these signs. That's a double benefit, right? So basically, Jupiter is a highly beneficial planet. Now let's talk about the 10 qualities that a Jupiterian character will have. 10 primary qualities that a Jupiterian character is supposed to be having. One is Dhruti. Dhruti is nothing but self-determination, right? Once you take a particular action, right? You take a particular activity rather, then you're determined to complete it. You just don't put a stop to it. You want to just complete it. Just Jupiterian in nature. Kshama. Kshama is nothing but forgiving nature. Unless you forgive, you will not be able to forget. So Dhruti is first thing. Kshama is the second thing. Then Dhamma. What is Dhamma? Dhamma is nothing but self-control. Control of your physical senses, your mental senses. Dhamma. The next thing is Asteyam. What is Asteyam? Asteyam is nothing but one who doesn't steal, right? What is the meaning of one who doesn't steal? Here it is not about just stealing some materialistic stuff. It's about the belief systems, right? Jupiterian character typically believes in what he does. So this particular person does not want to steal any other's belief system. He just wants to move on the way he wants to move on with his belief systems, right? The next thing is Shaucham. Shaucham is nothing but being extremely clean in nature, in your thought, in your word, and also in your actions. Then the next thing is Indriya Nigam. Indriya Nigam, Indriyas means it is your senses, all your 5 senses, a complete control on all your 5 senses. That's extremely essential. The next thing is about these control on the physical senses. Then Vidya. Vidya is about knowledge, and then Satyam. Satyam is about being truthful, and then Akrodha, which is just not getting angry on anybody or angry on yourself. So these are the qualities of a typical Jupiterian personality, and this is the reason why Jupiter is called as the Brihaspati. Brihas means it is the universe, and Pati means the protector, the universal protector. And that is why he is also called as the Guru. Guru means one who actually throws light on where there is something dark, right? Andhakaraka, Nirodhakaraka, right? It is said that Guru is a Nirodhakaraka. Gu means it is about removal, and Ru is about light, removal of light and blessing with, removal of darkness and blessing with light, right? He is a Brahmagyani. He talks about the knowledge of the Atma. It's not about just the teaching of materialistic, one who just doesn't teach to get materialistic pleasure, but it is about the knowledge of Atma, and that is the reason he's called as the Brihaspati. Now we're going to talk about the transit of such a Jupiter from Tula Rashi to Vrishchika Rashi. Let's look at your particular sign. Okay, now we're looking at Mithuna Rashi. How do you know if your Rashi is Mithuna? If in your birth chart, in your Devan chart, if your moon is posited out here, then your Rashi is Mithuna. If the nakshatra is Mrigashira, the 3rd and the 4th pada, Arudra, all the 4 padas, and Punarvasu, the first 3 padas, then your Rashi is Mithuna. And the transit Jupiter is right now transiting from the 6th house from your moon sign in Scorpio,
And Jupiter holds two lordships, which is Jupiter is your 7th lord and also the 10th lord, right? Now the 6th house is a house of Ripurna and Roga, and the 7th house is for partnership, and that Jupiter is in the 6th house of Kalapurusha, 6th house of your moon sign, sorry, and in the 8th house of Kalapurusha. 6th house is also a house of service, and Jupiter is the 10th house, which is also a house of service. So 10 and 6 have a relationship to each other. This Jupiter can bring in a lot of bhagya from profession, which means there could be a promotion in your job. There could be a transfer in your job leading to some travel, because Jupiter in the 6th house is aspecting your 12th house for travel, and hence this Jupiter can actually give rise to a promotion and a need to travel, being away from your family, because the 6th house Jupiter is actually aspecting your 2nd house, which is the house of family. And the 7th lord in the 6th house also may actually trigger this process of being away with the family for temporary reasons. Probably your family can join maybe after 12 months when Jupiter transits into the 7th house. The Saturn in the 7th house with Ketu transiting in the 7th house also can add to this combination. However, Saturn being the 8th lord and 9th lord is the Yoga Karaka. So the 7th house lordship is protected. There may not be a reason for you to be away from your family for a long time. The 6th house Jupiter could also give rise to a little bit of health issues. Just monitor your BP. Do not have much of sugar during this time. It can also give rise to diabetes. Go for a proper health check during this time and maintain your sugar levels. And this Jupiter is aspecting the 2nd house, so largely the family is protected, liquidity is protected. Liquidity means the inflow of money is protected. Otherwise, I do not see much of any issues. Thank you so much.